also do these, do you guys do watercolor? So there's something called an indirect method and there's something called a direct method. With watercolor, like it's an indirect painting method. So if you want to color, like you might be putting a color on, like maybe I want to make green, I might put down a little bit of blue. And then I could put a transparent layer of yellow on top of that. And two together might make green. So that's the sort of indirect way. So like where the layers of transparent plastic films, right? And together they optically make green. A direct approach would be taking the yellow and the blue and mixing them together in a cup, and then putting it on the thing. So indirect is usually considered far more luminous. It's like stained glass, you know? It's more brilliant. And so a lot of people will use indirect methods with fresco painting. Because we can get the white plaster to show through. So here's some blue here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some yellow. That's way too thick. So now what do I wanna do? I wanna put a little bit of water down, give myself a little bit of something I can dilute this brush with, see that? I'm gonna come back in here, and if see how that's already locking in a little bit? I can still, like, if I've got an area that locked in that I didn't want to lock in that soon, I could do the thing that I say you don't do normally and wet it a little bit more, but there's just the slightest hint of green here with these two colors. But you see how these two colors are mixing to make a new third color? That's indirect. So, and that's what you're doing today. So you're using your underpainting is that kind of gray-green, just like this was, and your shadows and stuff are kind of a gray-green. And now you're just going to continue to kind of build up colors. And the thing I can tell you is that at first it seems kind of washed out and a little bit, a little gray. But if you continue to like put a color in, let it fuse, then put another wash in, let it fuse, put another wash in. After about like 10 of them, less than that even, you're gonna start seeing some solidity, and you're gonna no longer see. There's a point where you'll no longer see the undermaking, and it will become just like an object. You know? Do you guys know the Marriage of Arnold Feeding by Jan van Eyck? That's an indirect painting process. So he started with an underpainting, and then put in transparent layers of color. It's the same process.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I believe you're talking about that being a greenish tone. If you want to get that greener, are you going to continue adding blue wash, yellow wash, blue wash?
So good question. So I don't remember how blue that was, and there might be that any more blue, but they might not make the best green together. So I would probably look at a couple of these colors and figure out what green do I need and which ones, which colors mix together. If none of the colors mix together, then what you do is you take green. And there are two different kinds of green.
Versus indirect.
And then there's even like a green blue. So this isn't considered direct necessarily, because you're just taking, as long as it's transparent paint, it's indirect. So the direct approach is like you're mixing things together and you're not letting them kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah. What else can I tell you about this? So I'm just going to go another coat here because maybe we can get to kind of pick up a little bit more color still. Did you guys see how, I mean, wow, it's like you can see the water just getting sucked right into that layer, right? Isn't it becoming a bit more colorful?
Yeah.
And if I had blue, I wish I had blue because I could make this blue even more brilliant. And Tara, let's see your tile real fast.
What?
Let's see your tile for a second.
That little tile?
The one with the blue stripes.
The blue stripe? It's over here.
Just hold it up and let's see it.
Okay.
You see how blue her tile's getting from like a couple passes of blue.
Oh, please.
Do you guys remember why it's important? Why it's important to do these in multiple passes as opposed to
Wow, that's gotten really blue. Yeah.
so she does it in steps. And so why is it important to do it in slow steps?
So you're not completely
What's the
overworking the fresco.
well, if you use too thick of a paint, it will clog the pores, and the crystals that lock into the surface, they can't encapsulate those colors. So by putting in like thin veils of color, you're giving the wall enough chance to grab onto that and encapsulate those with protective crystals. So that's why you do it. And the thing I'm trying to sell to you today right now is that if you take the time to put it in enough layers, look at how this is becoming a little bit more, even more opaque, right? But it's becoming more saturated. You just have to give it some time. Okay, and so that's it. So what you do is you get a cup and you take out like a peanut-sized bit of paper. You don't need a lot. You put a little bit of water if you want to. If you put in too much, let it settle and pour it out. Get a little pea-sized bit of lime putty, mix it into that color so it's like, they call that conditioning the color. And then get a paper towel and go have fun and try and make some veils. Sound good?